The Beaches podcast is going to give you everything you want to know about a beach before you go there. I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to check out our website, www.sandee.com. Without further ado, let's get into the show.
All right, so today we're diving into a listener request, and honestly, it's got me intrigued.
New Caledonia.
Yeah.
Not exactly, your typical beach vacation spot.
Right.
Which, of course, is what makes it so fascinating, right?
Absolutely.
So the request we got, someone's really interested in the beaches there, but they're kind of curious about what makes them unique.
They specifically mention these three things: coral reefs, a taste of Melanesian culture, and like a dash of French influence.
Yeah.
All in one place.
An interesting mix.
It is.
Yeah.
So maybe to get us started, what sparked your interest in this kind of unique combination?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. It's the combination itself, right?
Right.
I mean, you don't find that everywhere you go. You've got this incredible natural beauty with the reefs, the culture that's so tied to the ocean, and then this layer of, I guess you could say, European influence. It creates this experience that's just unlike anywhere else.
Okay, so let's break it down a bit. Let's start with those reefs. I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, but that New Caledonia has a pretty impressive lagoon.
Oh, it's way more than impressive. We're talking about the world's largest lagoon, officially recognized by UNESCO, no less.
Yeah.
It's colossal. And when I say it surrounds the main island,
The whole thing.
the whole thing, and a bunch of the smaller islands, too.
Wow, I did not realize the scale. So, okay, I'm picturing myself. I've got my snorkel gear. I'm ready to go. What am I seeing down there?
You're diving into an explosion of life, basically. We're talking vibrant coral gardens, fish of every color imaginable, you name it. The biodiversity is off the charts because that lagoon, it's like a massive protected haven for marine life.
That's incredible. Okay, so we've got the underwater part covered. But then there's this whole other layer, right? The Melanesian culture. What does that look like in New Caledonia specifically?
So imagine this. You've got villages built on stilts right over those turquoise waters we were talking about.
Okay.
People there, they live so close to the ocean, their traditions, their stories, everything goes back generations. You'll see it in their craftsmanship too. I'm talking intricate wood carvings, beautiful woven textiles. It's truly a culture intertwined with its environment.
It's like stepping into a completely different world. And then on top of that, you add the French influence. I have to admit, it's not a combination you come across every day.
And that's what makes it so interesting. It's unexpected, right?
Yeah.
We're talking over 150 years of history as a French territory.
Wow. So it's really ingrained.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got, your palm trees, your tropical vibes, but then suddenly there's this charming cafe on the corner, the smell of fresh croissants wafting through the air. And it's not just the food, it's the architecture, a bit of the language. It's like this little taste of Europe dropped into paradise.
So if I'm hearing you right, it's this really unique blend that you don't find anywhere else.
Precisely. It's not just one thing, it's the way these elements interact.
Okay, so paint me a picture. I'm on a New Caledonian beach. What am I experiencing?
Okay, picture this. You're starting your day with that croissant and coffee we talked about, right?
Yeah.
The sounds of French and Melanesian languages mixing all around you. Then you wander through a local market. You're seeing vibrant colors. You're finding handcrafted jewelry, traditional masks, maybe some spices. And then right next to that, you've got like a stall selling French cheeses. The afternoon hits, you're snorkeling in that incredible lagoon. And then as the sun sets, you're having dinner. And it's not just French food, and it's not just Melanesian food. It's this fusion, right? The flavors, the presentation, it's a whole experience.
It's not just a beach, it's a whole vibe.
Exactly. And that's what makes New Caledonia so special. It's the unexpected harmony of it all.
I feel like we've just scratched the surface here, though. This deep dive, it's opened up even more questions for me. Like, what else is there to discover in New Caledonia?
Oh, there are so many hidden gems. You've got entire islands to explore, each with its own unique character. You could spend days hiking through rainforests, discovering hidden waterfalls, immersing yourself in the history of the indigenous Kanak people.
Wow, see, this is what I'm talking about. There's so much more than meets the eye.
Exactly. This is a place you can go back to again and again, and you'll always find something new.
All right, listeners, I think we have our next adventure lined up. Time to dust off those passports. New Caledonia, here we come.
Thanks for listening to the show, and be sure to tune in next week for your favorite episode about some of the best beaches and beach information in the world.